Here's why women who don't set boundaries in relationships get treated way better by men. There's two types of self-worth in a woman: masculine self-worth and feminine self-worth. If she only has masculine self-worth, then she is going to set those boundaries. She's going to have expectations. She's going to lead and put that on him, and therefore communicating that she doesn't believe that she's worthy of protection from him. Versus if she has feminine self-worth, then she won't set any boundaries. She knows deep down that she will receive everything from a man just by being vulnerable. And she knows that if she ever doesn't receive that from a certain man, then she must flow away from him. A man may respect a woman with masculine self-worth, but he will never be able to fully devote to her. It's the women with feminine self-worth that get devotion.
Basically, what he's saying is that women don't need to set boundaries because, men are just going to do the right thing. Listen, let me tell you, every human being needs to set boundaries. A boundary is just a line that will not be crossed. You don't have to be aggressive with boundary setting, but boundaries must be set. It has to be known where the line is drawn. The way that a boundary can be set is by leaving, is by turning away, is by looking away. But these men are coming out with their relationship advice, teaching that it's masculine to set boundaries. Every human being needs to set boundaries. Everybody, children need to set boundaries with other children. Parents need to have boundaries for their children. A boundary is just a line. Like, after a certain age, stop busting in on your children in the bathroom. Boundaries are necessary for healthy relationships. Without them, even in the family dynamic, we start crossing over into enmeshment. Boundaries are necessary.
Here's why women who don't set boundaries in relationships get treated way better by men.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that if you don't set boundaries with men that you're going to get treated better, way better? That sounds like trickle down economics where Reagan was like, oh yeah, these companies are going to do the right thing if we just give them more money. And what ended up happening is the money just flowed up. They just got bigger yachts. It's like you don't put yourself out there on the auction block hoping that somebody will treat you however they choose to treat. Everybody is different. And you've got to set boundaries to be able to firmly turn away from behaviors that are not healthy. That is a boundary. It's healthy to have boundaries.
Worth in a woman: masculine self-worth and feminine self-worth. If she only has masculine self-worth, then she is going to set those boundaries. She's going to have expectations. She's going to lead and put that on him, and therefore communicating that she doesn't believe that she's worthy of protection from him. Versus if she has
false. Stating your boundaries or showing your boundaries, enforcing your boundaries shows your self-worth, that you know that you are worth leaving a situation that is not healthy. But you see, the goal is not healthy relationships. The goal is for you to endure abuse.
She has feminine self-worth, then she won't set any boundaries. She knows deep down that she will receive everything from a man just by being vulnerable.
Every man is different, and your vulnerability does not ensure that you're going to be treated right. Every single day in this country, I believe it's at least
Every 9 seconds,
a woman is getting boxed upside her damn head by a man who feels that he has the right to pummel her with his fists. There is no guarantee that any man is going to treat you any type of way based on, you don't know who this person is and where his boundary for respecting you, your person, your body, your sex, your sexuality. You don't know where any of that stops. This is why when you're interacting with people, you have to demonstrate your boundaries and what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
every 9 seconds, every 9, every 9, every 9.